My guess is that I'll probably want to go to the town where those women were all there speaking some sort of gibberish with a Rosetta Stone. Make your way across the world and back to the town of Melmond. Hand over the Rosetta Stone to the scientist NPC, and he'll teach you the language spoken in the town of Lufenia. Oh, okay, so I don't go directly to that town. I have to go to Melmond, and then I have to talk to this guy. Just a moment. Let me see that tablet. This is the Rosetta Stone. This makes it possible to decipher Lufenian. Yes, of course. That's what that was. It all makes sense. Here, allow me to express my gratitude by teaching you Lufenian. There, now you can speak Lufenian too. That's it. He just gave me a whole crash course. Dude's better than Duolingo. Alright, so now that I've got that, now I can just go to Lufenia. Alright, let's see what this person has to say. We are the Lufenians, the descendants of the race that once lived among the clouds, the sky people. You use a vessel you call an airship. It was built by one of our ancestors, a man by the name of Sid. Okay, this one's interesting. The flying castle floats on a blue sea of stars beyond the sky. So is there a city or a place on the map that's above above the map? Okay, this is another interesting one. Could the mechanical beings our ancestors created still function? So are there mechanical things now that I have to discover about? Okay, so there is something. The castle that floats high above the clouds was once the home of our ancestors. The Mirage Tower is the gateway. Aha! I knew it. I knew that castle or that tower was going to be for something relating to the Fiend of Wind or Air, whatever it's going to be called. Oh, so this one is saying, we came to believe there was another entity controlling the four fiends. So the four fiends that have that were kind of like guarding the crystals. You're telling me that they're not the actual like final bosses? There's a fifth final boss? Dude, this line here, it says, well, let me read the whole thing, because I thought it was kind of funny. So it says, we struggled for our very lives with Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind. But it's this next line that's kind of interesting, and it gets me thinking about something else. But our power was not enough. To this day, her lair remains in the castle in the sky, the Flying Fortress. There's a Studio Ghibli movie called Castle in the Sky, which is kind of funny. So I wonder what came first, this or that movie. Because I know Castle in the Sky is a little bit older, but I'm not sure how much older it is. Before you leave, legendary warriors, take this chime with you. It will grant you passage into the Mirage Tower. Okay, so I needed to talk to these people. So I got a little bit of a lore dump with all of these people. And now I have to make my way. Whoops. I have to make my way to the big tower in the middle of the big desert. But first, I'm going to buy some magic, so that way I'm prepared. Okay, so I have all the magic that I need for right now. I still need to get the last ones that I need for level 8, because right now I'm already almost full. I just have to get the 3 more for both, but I don't have enough money. So in order to get all of them, I need 12,000 per wizard. So 24,000. Sorry, not 24,000. It's 40,000. So I need 240,000. My math was wrong. I need 240,000 gil. in total if I want to get all the magic that I need. But first, I'm gonna head over here. Just gotta land somewhere. Okay, I guess I can land here. And then head over. Dude, this is crazy. Okay, well. Whoa. I'm hoping... Okay, you have quite a few chests in here. But I'm hoping from here I get a lot of money. Because I'm going to need a lot of it. Okay, so I've hit level 30 after a little bit of grinding. But even then, I don't feel like I would be strong enough to tackle the tower, to go up to the sky, whatever, the sky village, whatever's up there. So I don't know if maybe going through it a little bit could help with leveling up more, getting more money, etc. So that way I'm not totally defenseless. Whoops. I should probably flee. Master, we have waited so long. Our friend left on a journey to the west. He took the warp cube and went to see our master. Well, I have the cube now. Okay. I'm hoping that not everything here are enemies. Thor's hammer, 12,000. Sunblade. Dude, I'm getting so much money. What the hell? Ugh. Okay, let's see what this is about. I think I read on the guide there something about a dragon. Okay, yeah, so blue dragon. Okay. Okay, that was not bad. Use a warp cube to travel beyond the sky. It will take you to the flying fortress. So, if I go up here, can I heal? Like, is it like a proper village that I can, like, buy stuff? See stuff? Adventurous Wayfarer. Dude, this is crazy. Never would I have expected this game to go this way. All right, let me go look for the thing that I was gonna buy, which I think is up in the Eye of the Hawk, in that village up here. If not, then it's in the other village, the one that's on the west side of the map. Because I remember, you know, it might have been in here. Yes, it was this one. For 52,000. I'm gonna buy it and see what it does. I mean, it definitely increases all of these stats very well, so I'll go with it for now. As much as it hurt to pay 52,000 gil just to get it. But let me go ahead and head back now. Actually, can I heal? Let me heal first, and then we'll go back. Oh, you know what? This kind of looks like. This kind of looks like the volcano, that one floor. It's in this very similar like snowflake kind of shape. That's pretty cool. Oh. What is this? Adamantite. Oh. That's the metal that the dwarves, that one dwarf anyway, in the mountains needed in order to make a weapon. So do I then go take the weapon back, or sorry, take the metal back. Dude, I should probably do that. All right, let's see. So this guy. Is this adamantite? Hoot, I'll use this to make you the finest sword you'll ever wield. Done. In all my years, I've never crafted a finer sword. Go on, take her. She's yours. Dude, that's crazy. You obtain Excalibur. Sort of myth. Okay, so then who... Okay, no, it has to be the knight. Dude, that's insane. And it said it's the second most powerful. So what's the most powerful weapon? I would assume that I get that probably before I take on whoever the actual like final boss is. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how that is gonna go down, because I don't know what to expect anymore. So according to this guide, it seems like this is the like getting close to the final elemental fight, I guess you want to call it that, against the fiend, one of the fiends, the final fiend. Because it says that after I do this fight, I should prepare for the quote-unquote grand finale. Okay, so I'm assuming the next floor is where I then take on Tiamat. Okay, yeah, this is it right here. So I'm gonna save here one more time. Actually, let me heal up too. Make sure I'm fully healed. All right. Quick save one more time. All right. Just double check. All right, here we go. The Leaf, Merilith, the Kraken. You have defeated 3 fiends and reached my lofty perch. All the better. May the image of Tiamat, the fiend of wind, be the last to burn in your eyes. Yo. Dude, it's like he's like a Hydra. Okay, magic. Let's go ahead and put this. And then for magic from this guy, let's do... Let's do this. Dude, okay, the sword didn't do jack. Oh man, I kind of want to heal. Let me heal everyone. And for magic, let's go ahead and do let's just do ice damage. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. Damage wise. Oh my god, that didn't do much. It didn't do as much as I thought it was gonna do. Okay, there's null shock. Let me go ahead and use that. And that's why. Wait, so Null Shock didn't cover everyone? Damn it. Dude. That's the only one I have. If I'm gonna use it on anyone, it's gonna be him. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my god. You know what? I think we start over. I think we start over. Dude, how can you say that you're supposed to protect the party from fire attacks, but then it misses 70% of the time, 80% of the time? Come on, man. That is utter bullshit. There we go with the fucking fire damage, because what's fucking new? There we go. Oh my god, all I needed was to just have my white wizard, spam the healing one. And just put on auto battle. Dude, all that for what, man? Unbelievable. Wind's Caress. This is the altar of wind, from which the power of wind flows forth. Oh my god, I'm finally done with these 4 crystals, man. Okay, so according to my guide, it seems like the Temple of Chaos it says Temple of Chaos, but in this version and in the remaster is called the Chaos Shrine, because the guide I'm looking at I think is just based off of the actual original, or not the original, but maybe like the first westernized version, or what's it called, localized version of this game from, you know, a couple of decades ago, give or take. So here it says Temple of Chaos, but it's Chaos Shrine in the game here. So that's the next place that I have to go in order to take on the final boss, which is Chaos itself. But given how I kind of struggled with I already forgot, Tiamat, right? Yeah, Tiamat, the Fiend of Air. I think that the smart thing for me to do before taking on Chaos is to grind up a little bit and try to finish getting whatever magic I need, even though I don't think they'll be necessary. Weirdly enough, I feel like they're not going to be, like, it won't be necessary at all. So, I mean, regardless of that, I think just to like round out the game, I'll probably end up buying the last 6 bits of magic, which I think they were 40,000 each. And I mentioned that I needed 240,000 total gil in order to do that. So I'm going to grind up. I'm at level 30 right now. I think I'm going to do maybe like 3 levels. And depending on how fast I can level up, I might just go up to level 35 and see if that's enough to take on Chaos. Because there's a whole thing here which, for the Chaos Shrine itself, there's like a whole thing. I'm not gonna mention it just because I don't want to. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone that maybe hasn't played the game or don't know much about the game. But it seems like I might have to go up against the rematches of these bosses from before. That's gonna be brutal, man. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and grind for the next little while. It might take me about 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm gonna go do that, and when I'm ready, then I will just go on to the Chaos Shrine and do that whole thing. All right, I'll be back in just a couple seconds to you guys, but probably an hour for me. All right, so I finally hit level 35, and I'm very much hoping that this is gonna be enough for for what's about to come, actually, because there's so much. But I'm gonna go and heal real quick. Actually, what I can do, now that I'm looking at my money, I can go and get all of the magic that I need. I believe this is the town that has the level 8 ones. So I'm gonna take care of that first, and then we can head over to the Chaos Shrine. Looking at this null all, I probably could have bought this. I probably could have bought that to go up against Tiamat. That would have been very, very useful if I was paying attention. Because what's funny is that now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like, you know what? I did look at this, and I did tell myself, I did try to make a mental note for myself to get it before the fight, and I did not. Well, not before the fight, not before that specific fight, but I told myself to get it before continuing on to then, go to the next fiend fight or whatever. Yeah, fiends of the element. So a fiend of the element to go up against the next big boss, and I didn't do it, and I feel stupid now. But you know what? It's gonna be perfect because I'm about to get it for myself because it's gonna be useful apparently. And then now we can go and head over to to the Chaos Shrine and take care of business, I'm assuming I have to step in here. Oh yeah. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna save. Because this is a big moment right here. Oh, you know what? There's something I need to do. Wait. No. Wait. No, stop. Close. Hold on. There's one thing I need to do. That I'm just now realizing that I should probably do. I don't know if it's the right time to do it, but I did remember something. And I made a mental note and I forgot to go and do it. But there's something that I need to do in the Crescent Lake town or village or whatever you want to call it that I was supposed to go to and do before doing anything else. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna jump in my little airship and take my ass down here. Okay, so the thing that I need to do is go this way and see if I can get anything from here. Oh, the 4 crystals shine once again. The combined power of that light is the only means of breaking through the wall of time. The architect... Wait, what? The architect of this disaster is beyond that wall, 2,000 years in the past. The 4 forces gather in the Chaos Shrine, the geographic center of the 4 altars. With the forces again flowing freely, the time to go to the Chaos Shrine and strike at the root of darkness has come. Okay, because they're the ones that are supposed to tell you to go there. 12 sages we are, guided to this land by the stars of prophecy. I can't remember if some of this dialogue was the same from before. So then maybe I should come back after I finish. Assuming that I can even jump back into the game. Okay, now here goes nothing. Wait, am I stocked up? Am I stocked up? Ooh. I mean, I feel like I should be fine for now. I should be fine. So quick save again. And see what happens. You focus the light of the 4 shining crystals, fire, earth, water, and wind, on the black crystal. The flow of time surges and space begins to warp. Just one step forward and you will travel back 2,000 years in time. So if I go here, I guess I go back to the future, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's not mess with that. So this is what the shrine looked like 2,000 years before. Okay, so this is gonna be a whole labyrinth of places to go. You're kidding me. So is this gonna be my first? Oh no, this is something else. Okay, that was a minor enemy. Interesting. There doesn't seem to be a lot of stuff here. Unless there's an entirely different area beyond this that then will get you... Oh, is this one of the fights? That'll get you to places where you might find even more loot, but... Okay. Oh, finally. Wow, that's tough, man. That is tough. Oh boy. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay. See, that one wasn't that bad. I feel like I should be getting more experience points by whatever. Oh, okay. So this is the water one, right? You know, let me heal up my magic, because I feel like I'm gonna need to do it. Everyone else looks fine. Okay, save, and here goes nothing. Okay, no. Okay, let's do this. Heal. And Thundaga. Oh, and I'm out of magic. Okay. Oh, never mind. Didn't need it. We're good, bro. All's good. Okay, here's the final one. And this one was the toughest one for me before. All right, I'm ready. And then I'll use heal again. And then for black magic, let's do Firaga. Okay, we're good. Whew, we're good. Okay, so I feel like this is gonna be the final room now. Okay, I'm gonna save right here, because I don't know what's gonna happen next. So this is chaos, huh? He doesn't look too bad. Famous last words. Do you remember me? I was once the most renowned knight of Cornelia. "2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland." Interesting. Okay. So this is the guy that we fought in the castle. The one that was like the ruined castle. Once we get access to the ship, that we can sail to the south part of the ocean there. And then we take the crown to him. That's who that is. Wow. That's so interesting. There's a lot of weird like time shenanigans going on with that. Oh, you did defeat me then. But the four great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Once here, I sent the four fiends into the future, where they shall once again use the four great forces to send me into the past. In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. I'm trying to understand how that works. I have no idea how that's supposed to work. In 2,000 years, I won't remember this. Like this fight, you mean? But I will be reborn again here. So even as you die again and again, I shall return. Born again into this endless cycle that I have created. Dude, this is going to be insane. I don't know how much health this dude has. Oh, 20,000 HP. Okay, I've got a problem. So here it's saying, level recommendation. Players generally find the fight manageable around the levels 55 to 65, as Chaos will often one-shot weaker or under-leveled party members. I'm at least 20 levels under. What a weird level curving. Because if it took me just a little bit of strategy to re-defeat the elements, the fiends of elements, or whatever they're called, if it didn't take much, just a little bit of strategizing, and they were still kind of manageable, Does that mean that I'm gonna have a really hard time trying to get to defeat him? Because I mean, if that's the case, I gotta find a way to grind 20 levels. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So so the strategy here is stack buffs like Temper and Saber, which I don't have. Yeah, I don't have. Let's put Null Death first. But here it also says that Chaos resists all elements, so offensive magic is largely ineffective. So Daewoo is going to be useless in this case. Dude, this is gonna be crazy. Dude, that's so much damage. Holy crap. This is gonna be tough. And there's no point in using elemental magic, but I mean, does that include Quake? I don't even think Quake is gonna do anything. Wait, Saber. Wait, what? Wait, Saber is interesting. So Saber is it's a black magic. So then Temper is a white magic one. Or maybe it is a black magic one. I just never got it. Dude, this is gonna be crazy. Just for fun, let's do Warp. Yeah, I figured I was gonna miss. Wait, no, Temper's here. Temper's here. But that raises the caster's attack. Okay, so Temper again, but on my Knight. Dude, I feel like at this point, I shouldn't worry about keeping all of my guys from painting, so long as I am able to just knock out and kill Chaos. Not knock out, but you know, just kill. Just to kill him is enough for me. Oh, you're kidding me. Honestly, I have no choice. Just keep going. Unbelievable. Oh my god, he just gained, he just healed, basically. Fully healed. Dude, that's insane. Okay, so I may have to come back another day once I've leveled up at least 20 times, between 20 and 30 times. And yeah, then I'll take on Chaos again. There's just no way to do it when I'm only doing like 200 to 500 damage per move, or per turn, sorry. So there's no way I'm going to be able to do that in my current state. And I'm back, everyone, to finish off the final boss, Chaos himself. So I've done all of the necessary grinding in the game. Now, before we get into this, I do want to confess something to you guys. I discovered a little secret that I probably should have taken advantage of a while back, because I think it would have made the gameplay experience a little bit better and a lot less grindy than it probably should have been. Even though this game is easy when it comes to grinding, I still feel like this could have been very useful in like a couple of parts of the game. And I didn't discover this until after I started doing the level grinding. But I am glad that I did, because here's what I did. So I was able to grind all the way up to level 99 for all of my characters. Now, I do want to point out that it's only been a couple of days since I recorded that last little bit there, in the last part, before now coming to you guys again. Level 99 for everyone. And here's what I did. So I didn't realize that in the settings, in the configuration part of the settings, there is a boost. There is a boost menu in which you can manipulate how much XP and how much money you can earn after every battle. By default, it's at 1. You can go up to 4 times, so you can earn 4 times the XP and 4 times the money. And that's exactly what I did. And while part of me feels a little ashamed of doing it, the other part of me was thinking, I don't want to grind for 20 hours. Instead, I think I grinded for about, 3 to 4 hours in total. Probably not even that. Probably just 2 hours to go from where I was at level, what was it, like level 30 something, 35 I think is when I battled Chaos for the first time. And then over the course of the last 3 days, I had the boost on. This is already by the time that I discovered that you can do this. And yeah, just grinded away and earning like a few thousand XP per battle. I grinded up in the Sky Temple City, whatever it was, the one above the Mirage Tower in the desert, because that's where all of the highest XP monsters are, I guess you could say, for lack of a better and cleaner phrasing. So I figured that combined with the 4 times experience and the 4 times gil, I figured that, to just get this game out of the way already, and so I can move on to the second game, it made sense. So we're here, level 99 for everyone. maxed out HP for everyone except for Black Wizard, because I don't understand why they didn't allow him to go up to max HP. I don't know how this works, but either way, I am going to hopefully take care of chaos without needing much strategizing. I am gonna probably set up a couple of things like protections and maybe heal every once in a while, but I think I have enough physical defenses and magical defenses that I could take him out pretty easily. Now I do expect them to heal. Apparently he can heal 9,999 HP, which is kind of broken, but we'll see if it's going to be enough. Let's go ahead and take on Chaos round 2. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do these, put on protection, and just attack at this point. He doesn't have any weaknesses, so no point in wasting magic. All right, I wanna use not Saber, the other one, Temper on Sauber first. Oh, and he healed, perfect. Because I know Sauber is gonna do a little bit more damage than Zest, and I'll do the same thing, but for Zest now. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit better. So let me probably do it again. It's a flow. And then I'll do it on Daewoo himself. Let's heal. And then on myself. Actually, let's do null death again, maybe. Ah, you're kidding me. Another one. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. I have one X potion. Should I use it? Or, you know what? I'll use a high potion instead. And then let's do fire. I wonder if Chaos only heals the one time. Ooh. Does a little bit of damage. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to increase attacks again. Dude, I wish I knew how far away I was. I would think that he only heals the one time. Oh, let's go! I spoke too soon. Let's go! Dude, cakewalk. I wonder what the post game is like. I know there's not really anything to do, but aside from if you want to complete the bestiary, but the time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended, and peace prevailed once more. The light of the four crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath. But magnified by the four forces meant to guide our world, that trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. The monsters had run rampant as the world sank into darkness. But all that is now past. With the four forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew. A world where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself await. Like a non-corrupt version of him, I guess. When was this fateful day that sent time spiraling into a loop? No one can say. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever, but the bravery of 4 young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will ever recall the struggle the 4 endured, but the breaking of the chain means that it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds lives on. Tales of dwarves and elves, of dragons and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens even as they fell. Now their return home is upon us. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended, that the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the true crystals reside in your heart. For you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. Well, I guess I'll let the credits roll and talk a little bit about this. So I can definitely see where a game like Pokemon got its inspiration from. Like, now, to be fair, I don't know if Final Fantasy 1 was like the origins of what JRPGs are like today, or just any RPG for that matter. I don't know if these were the first games to have this sort of concept that we all know. And the reason why I bring up the Pokemon comparison is because it's almost like Pokemon in a lot of ways, where you have a team that you go out into this world where you encounter creatures and you fight them and you earn experience and you learn abilities, and then you have, you know, these boss fights every now and then, and you want to use certain items that are going to help your characters be better in some areas, kind of like how Pokemon have either certain abilities, or you can have them hold items that will boost their attacks and make them more viable in battle. And I find it funny that I was kind of hesitant. I'll be honest. I was a little bit hesitant to play through the Final Fantasy series, only because the only sort of JRPG of this style that I actually liked is Pokemon. I've only ever played Pokemon in terms of JRPGs, or any role-playing game for that matter. And I know that, you know, I've played God of War on this channel, God of War 2018 to be specific, and Ragnarok. I haven't gotten to Ragnarok yet, or at least I haven't uploaded those videos yet. And those have RPG elements to them, but I guess it's just the way that some of these studios go about doing their style, their interpretation of RPG, and making it in a way where it doesn't feel like it, but the game is subconsciously teaching you how certain items can affect how your weapons work, how strong they are, or how much more defense that your character would have. I guess the thing with Pokemon for me is that, to me, it's kind of like that, where it's disguised, or it feels like it's disguised. It really isn't. Because again, like my first ever exposure to any sort of JRPG style game was Pokemon. I guess because I love the series as is, that I didn't think much about that aspect, the JRPG aspect of it. I just assumed it was, oh, it's a game where you can fight and catch and train these monsters that you can level up, you can teach them moves, in a way befriend them. And I didn't think about, you know, the games as JRPGs in that way, in the more like in the formulaic sense. So I will say that I have definitely eaten my words, and I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It's a very simple game. It's pretty short even if you're just playing through it casually. Pretty much everything that you do, even the side quests, has a connection to the story itself. Like, there are things that you literally cannot do without going on some little tangent where you have to go get a specific item, or you have to go help out these other characters, or you have to buy a $52,000 or 52,000 gil glass bottle or whatever it was that contained a fairy that then gives you the ability to breathe underwater, which then means you have to go to the water shrine under the ocean to then fight the water fiend. Like you have to go and you have to do these things. You have to do these quote unquote side quests. They are not really side quests to go do the story. It's sort of, okay, to progress with the story, you have to go do this. That's pretty much what it is. It's not like where you can do the story and then you have options to do these side quests. No, you have to do these tangents to actually progress through the story. So by the time you get to the end of the game, you've pretty much done everything that you need to do. There might be other small things like getting all the chests, if you want to open all the chests, if you want to encounter all of the types of monsters that exist in the game. Basically, if you want to 100% the game, then you go back and you take care of all that stuff. Now, that's something that I did do before I even started recording, for this final little bit. Grinding, leveling up yesterday, this morning, sorry. I decided to check to see what kind of trophies were left to do, and one of them was to get all the chests. And in my mind, I thought I already gotten all the chests, but no, I hadn't gotten all the chests. So I didn't realize that when you're on the map, you can see how many chests you've opened out of the total number of chests. So I used that to my advantage to find all the hidden chests that I didn't have, and completed that achievement for that. But that's something that I might do later on, because I don't know if I've mentioned it already by this point in a previous video, where what I would love to do is create 2 more accounts for PlayStation and Xbox, where I can use those other accounts for doing different things when it comes to games. Like, for example, I play all of my games on my primary account. What I want to do is have 2 additional accounts to do other stuff with those games. So for one account, I would use it as a way to do 100% challenges and or do trophy hunting. And then another account where let me scratch that, because I feel like at least one for the trophy hunting, and then one for a more casual way, like or a more casual sort of way to play the games. That's where I would do the 100% challenges, where I would use that third account to replay through games for ones that I want to do challenges for, or if I ever want to just play a game again for the first, or not for the first time, but if I want to play it through a game again and not ruin my save file on my primary account and delete it just to start over and play the game again, I would use that other account, the third account, for that. If I just want to replay through the game just to have fun with it without touching anything on my main account. Because that's something that I did with God of War 2018 when I played through it the second time, in my playthrough that I uploaded on my channel here. I didn't want to necessarily ruin my save file, so I do have a manual save from that original save file, and then I created a separate save that was used to play through that save file again. But I still have my original save file intact there. But the key thing is, or the key one, is the one for trophy hunting. I do want to make an account for that, so that way I can do achievements for the games that I do own on there, and go for that challenge. So that should be a lot of fun. That should come in the near future. And to kind of wrap everything up here, I genuinely cannot wait to start playing the rest of the Pixel games and the rest of the series beyond that, once we get into Final Fantasy VII, which is the one that I'm most excited for, given the remake that's been going on for the last few years. I hope that the Pixel ones are just as great, if not better, and then see how things start to change over the course of those games, plus getting then into the 3D era onward. Because part of me feels like this first game is nothing like the future games. Maybe like the core concepts are there with the RPG elements, and you have, it's all turn-based and all this stuff. But then like some of the other aspects are just going to be a little bit different. Like there's going to be more customization when it comes to characters. There might be more, what's the word? There might be more in-depth leveling up and giving characters certain items to boost stats and things like that. I'm sure all that will be, and you can do so much more compared to what you could with this game. And then this was a solid game. So I'm gonna give it, if I were to give it a rating, I think I might give it, out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. It's a solid game, a little bit short, and I don't mind that it's short. I think there could have been more side quests, like actual side quests that have nothing to do with the story, and you can do them at any time. But I'm sure as we get into these later games, we'll start seeing more of that now that the game sizes are getting bigger. The game cartridges that they were made on are also increasing in storage. How they were able to take what they made with this game and just build upon that and make the games just better and better, adding more as the series went on. So 7.5 is a pretty great score. And then once I play through at least all of the Pixel games, I will probably do some sort of ranking and see how they all go up against each other and see which ones I prefer over other ones. And one thing too, I do find the story interesting. I never thought that they would go for this like time travel aspect, and I thought it was really cool. In some ways, I was confused about that line that Chaos said about that he'll never forget, or sorry, that he'll never remember the moment. I'm assuming the moment that he gets, that when he's in the future part, when we fight him in the castle where he was just Garland, in that time, when he said that he's not going to remember. That kind of threw me off. It's like, well, how did you get there in the first place? Like, I'm assuming, I don't know. It's weird. Unless he meant like his past self, when we were to fight him again, was not going to remember. I don't know. I'm confused. I might look up on how the story makes, or how to make sense of the story, and get someone to explain that to me. But I think that was just one little thing. I'm like, okay, I don't know how that works, but cool. But the time travel part was pretty cool. So overall, 7.5 out of 10, 7.5. I think is a pretty solid start. And I did thoroughly enjoy the game, as I said. So I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised, and I was proven kind of wrong. I will admit that. So I look forward to the rest, and there's nothing much else to say. So thank you guys for watching along with me, and I'll see you with Final Fantasy Part 2. Take care.